Hey there, I'm Joe Carter. If you've ever popped the hood and thought, where do I even start? You're in good company. Around here, we take the mystery out of car repair, one fix at a time. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to sharpen your skills, there's something here for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're into learning without the headaches. All right, that's enough from me. Let's get into it.
How the brake caliper works. As it was said above, the main mission of this element is to supply certain forces to the brake discs, leading to the stopping of the vehicle. To many people it seems quite ordinary and simple at first glance, but everything is much more complicated. Consider below what stopping a vehicle looks like in the case of a serviceable and well-oiled component. The driver depresses the pedal, thereby creating the pressure necessary to transmit to the brake piston system. The caliper holds the stoppers against the disc, clearly and evenly. It's important to understand that the system clenches the disc on both sides, ensuring effective pad retention. No matter what speed the car is traveling at, the friction slows down wheel rotation. Of course, this is a very useful property, but there is a negative effect associated with physics and its laws. The thing is that energy is never wasted. In this case, it simply changes. Note: energy, when it comes to this system, becomes thermal energy and heats up the brake fluid, the pads and the caliper itself. This a priori means that the latter must be robust, to withstand thermal loads, and on the other hand have sufficient heat dissipation to transfer heat efficiently and quickly. Brake caliper problems. Let's take a look at the popular types of malfunctions. The second malfunction is associated with the rupture of the piston dust cover. As a result, dirt penetrates inside, shrinking the cylinder piston group from the inside and contributing to corrosion and splintering. Squeaking can be caused by the presence of skewed or incorrectly placed pads. Quite often pads are put by inept hands in reverse. They are simply confused in places. As for the rupture of the duster, the reason for this is purely mechanical things. For example, if the discs wear out due to constant and excessive loads, and the owner of the car does not notice it, or there is simply no time and money to put new ones. Only a good lubricant can extend the service life of the brake caliper. We are not talking about ordinary brake guide lubricants, but about special ones. The latter are designed to eliminate not only the consequences of high-temperature loads, but also the effects of salt and dirt composition. How to check the brake caliper? It is extremely important to timely diagnose the normal functioning of the elements. Below is an instruction describing the front caliper, its check and restoration. The task is as follows: disassemble the caliper, clean it, including from old grease, lubricate it with new special grease, diagnose the rubber sleeves, dust covers, for their integrity, if necessary, replace. The lower bolt fixing the body of the element to the bracket is unscrewed. After that, the housing is tilted upward. The pads are removed. If they are worn out, they are replaced with new ones. The upper bolt holding the fuselage is unscrewed and fixed to some suspension element. The fluid tube does not need to be disconnected yet. The bolts securing the caliper clamp are also unscrewed. The clamp itself, the rails and the pad pin are also removed. The piston is removed from the housing. Now it is time to disconnect the fluid tube connected to the caliper housing. The trunk line should be tightly plugged with an M12 bot or something else to prevent the fluid from leaking out. In the end, the caliper fuselage and clamp will be on a clean and level work table. These, too, disassemble to the last. Having provided access to all the internal elements of the parts, it is necessary to check them thoroughly. Attention! Often, sour caliper guides, because of which when braking, the car moves away to the side. It is necessary to pay attention to all this. Sour guides are good to clean to a shine with the help of various liquids. Ideally, there should not be any scratches, dirt and scoring on the insides of the caliper system. Lubrication scheme with universal grease. It is even better to replace problematic components of the internal system with new ones. Most of all, this applies to dust covers, cylinder seals and other small but very important parts. Rear axle mechanism disassembling the rear caliper will be much more difficult. This fact is explained by the fact that the rear element has a multi-complex structure, since it is supplemented, unlike the front, with a parking brake mechanism. Otherwise, the nature of operation of the element is similar to the front one. The fluid helps to push out the piston, which presses the pads to the wheel disc. Step-by-step algorithm for removing the rear caliper. Preparatory operations are the same as for the front. Dismantles the element. Protection: the cotter pin that connects the parking brake cable to the caliper mechanism is removed, the fluid tube is disconnected. As in the case above, plugged, example of a damaged piston. The rest of the manipulations are similar to those described above. It is necessary to check everything well, clean or change. It is recommended that the caliper piston, which often rusts over time, treated with a special paste based on abrasives. You can also go through the sandpaper, but very fine. Do not miss. In conclusion, understanding the operation of brake calipers is essential for any vehicle owner. We explored their design and the principle behind their function, highlighting their critical role in ensuring safe braking. Regular maintenance and timely repairs can significantly extend the lifespan of your brake calipers and enhance overall vehicle performance. By staying informed and proactive, you can ensure that your braking system remains reliable and efficient, keeping you and your passengers safe on the road. Thank you for watching, and drive safely.